Ashalam Yasharallah. We give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Give all honors to the elders, the rest of the prophets in the highways and byways. My name is Ip.
My name is Okola.
Alright, so today's topic is Abraham Lincoln. You know, in schools they say that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. They freed the slaves, but they make it seem like Abraham Lincoln was a good man.
He had love. They make it seem like he had love.
That he had love for we Israelites, but he really didn't. So, that's a lie they teach in school. So we're gonna prove to you that that Abraham Lincoln was a racist. But first, I wanna bring the precept where it says prove all things.
Okay.
In First Thessalonians. So we gotta prove all things. All right. That's what y'all church pastors don't do. Y'all don't prove all things. Y'all just say one thing and y'all don't even prove it. So go ahead.
Alright. First Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
So it says prove all things and hold fast that which is good.
Hold on, one more precept. It's Isaiah 41, verse 21. Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob.
Yes, so you gotta produce your cause. So that's what we're gonna do today.
And that's going to be, like what you were saying, that's one thing the churches don't do. They don't prove. They only use the scriptures for their own benefits, but they're not feeding the people of Yahshua. They're not teaching the people of Yahshua. In these schools too, they're not teaching the kids the truth.
So we're going to read this document about Abraham Lincoln, and we're going to filter it with the scriptures. So this is one of the quotes he said. Abraham Lincoln said, "There is a natural disgust in the minds of nearly all white people to the idea of indiscriminate amalgamation." Indiscriminate means lacking in care and dauntless. An amalgamation means to mix or merge, to blend, unite, or to mix. So I'll read this again. It says there is a natural disgust in the minds of nearly all white people to the idea of indiscriminate amalgamation. So to the minds of white people, they're disgusted about us mixing with them. So it says of the white and black races. A separation of the races is the only perfect preventive amalgamation. So he's saying he's going to separate us from the white people to prevent amalgamation, to prevent us mixing with them, which Abraham Lincoln is right, because we're not supposed to be mixing with these white people. So this is bring me Deuteronomy 32 verse 8. Yahweh separated us. If Abraham Lincoln was a white man, he was a Jewish. We're going to read that later. So it tells you that we're not supposed to be together. But y'all black folks, y'all two raccoons out there saying that we're supposed to come together. And Abraham Lincoln was a white man. All we want to come together with the devil.
This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 8. When Moses divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Yes. So he separated us. He separated the blacks from the heathens from us Israelites. Because we are the portion of Yahweh. Of Yahweh, yes. So we're the ones that have salvation, not these heathens out there. But what I'm trying to prove is that since Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, he did it for his own benefit, and we're gonna prove that later on in the article.
That's how most of these devils are. I think that's how all these devils are. When they do something good to a Negro man or a Latino man, they're not doing it out of love. They're doing it out of their own benefit. There's a reason behind it. You see a lot of movies and they want to free this nigga, they want to do something good, but they know that they're going to get something back for it. That's how crackers are. They don't even have love for their own kind. So then they're going to have love for you, and you want to love. You want to love these crackers. They prove to you every day to get the devil, and you want to be together.
Yeah. And what proves is that they don't love us is that if a black person get hurt, right, they wouldn't do that much to help that black man. But if an animal from another country gets hurt, they're gonna go all the way to that different country to save that little chicken and save it and help it if it's hurt. That's sad, man.
I can bring an example that I think there's this Animal Planet show called Extremely Uncut. Once in a while, we be watching it, and I think this eagle attacked these other eagles' babies, and they got hurt really bad. And all the eagles went all out for it. They took it to the hospital. They put all type of medications, medicine.
When a black nigga gets hurt, they ain't doing that much.
Which is nothing wrong if an animal's hurt. You care. There's nothing wrong with that, but
why in another country?
But you treat it not like your own kind. When a black get hurt, then it's the same old thing.
Yeah. So read Ecclesiasticus 17 verse 17. The next precept is Ecclesiasticus 17 verse 17.
Oh, sorry. 17 verse 17.
We're going to bring two more precepts to prove that the Most High is only dealing with us. That He's separating us. Most High didn't want us to come together. Go ahead.
Sirach 17:17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, He set a rule over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion.
So Israel is Yahweh's portion. He divided us. Alright? And one more precept, then I'll continue. Genesis 10:32. Genesis 10 verse 32.
They don't read this in churches, huh?
No, they don't read this in churches. They read it and it's like salt on their shoulder. They just dust it off.
Dust on your shoulder. You know, dust on your shoulder. You just
dust it off.
On your clothes, Genesis 10:32. It says these are the families of the sons of Noah. That's their generations and their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood.
That's right.
Divided.
So nations divided. Alright, so I'm going to keep reading. It says, but as an immediate separation is impossible. But the next best thing is to keep them apart where they are not already together. If white and black people never get together in Kansas, they never mix blood in Kansas. So that was one of the quotes that Abraham Lincoln said. This is the second quote. It is, I have no purpose to introduce political and social equality between the white and black races. There is physical difference between the two which. So read Genesis 25, verse 22 to 23. So there's a physical difference between blacks and whites. We're stronger than them. Alright?
Genesis 25, verse 22 to 23. The children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. You look at the word struggle there, it means it's a fight, a conflict, a war. So those two babies was battling. Esau was giving us blows in the womb, and we was giving them blows in the womb.
Who was giving the most?
We was giving the most. They give a little blow there and then we give a blow there and there. So it was a conflict war. Even from the womb, we was meant not to be together.
That's right.
So what makes you think we're going to be together now? So it says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people should be separated from thy bowels. And the one people should be stronger than the other.
One people should be stronger than the other, that's us.
Yep, and the elder should serve the younger.
That's right. So that in the future, the white man's going to serve us. They're going to be in hard slavery. Alright? So it says, there is a physical difference between the two which, in my judgment, will probably forever forbid their living together upon a footing of perfect equality. And in as much as it becomes a necessity that there must be a difference, I, as well as Judge Douglas, am in favor of the race to which I belong having the superior suspicion. Alright? So say there's a difference. There's a difference between us and them. Alright? So the dirt quote. It says, so there's a difference between us and them. If white people can't stay in the sun that long. If the white people stay in the sun, they're going to start peeling. We can stay in the sun. We just grow up. We just get darker. Alright? So Abraham Lincoln was a racist. If he wasn't a racist, he would not say this. Wicked bastard. This is the third one. It says, I will say then that I am not, nor ever have been in favor of bringing about in any way the social and political equality of the white and black races. That I am not, nor ever have been in favor of making voters or jurors of Negroes, nor of qualifying them to hold office. So if Abraham Lincoln was for black people, why does he not want them to work to hold office or to work in the court? Why he don't want that? Because he's the damn devil.
Because they don't like to see Jake in a high position. They don't want to see him in a good, nice condition. They want to see him low. That's what Abraham Lincoln. He don't want to see him good.
Yes.
He don't want to see him being the president. Alright?
Nor to intermarry with white people. So I have some scriptures for that. The first precept for that is First Esdras in Apocrypha 8, verse 92.
First Esdras 8, verse 92. The Jeconiah, the son of Jelis, one of the sons of Israel, called out and said, O Esdras, we have sinned against the Lord. We have married strange women of the nations of the land, and now is all Israel locked. Let's make an oath to Yahweh that we will put away all our wives, which we have taken of the heathen and their children.
Yes, some heathen, but not to intermarry with y'all. Alright? Well, we're going to use you as concubines in the kingdom, but to be as, we're not supposed to use the white man the white woman as a wife. She's not in the law. She'll be as a concubine, a toy. She won't be as in the law.
She's just a toy to sex with. That's all she is. That's all the white man is.
And that's what Solomon went wrong with. He followed their gods, the other heathens' gods.
Okay, right? There's nothing wrong with popping. There's nothing wrong with popping the.
Yes.
Solomon didn't go by popping the heathen woman, and then he did not have the mark of the beast. But the problem was that he was worshiping their idols. He went off.
He went worshiping their idols. So one precept for that sentence, Nehemiah 13, verse 25 and 26. Alright? Nehemiah 13, verse 25 and 26. Nehemiah 13, 25 and 26.
You should say this too. The American Abraham Lincoln really loved black people. Why would he be saying that?
Yes, why would you say this?
Nehemiah 13, 25, 26. And I continued with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair. Made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters into their sons, nor take their daughters into your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him. He was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him that outlandish woman caused to sin.
That's right. So that's what caused Solomon to sin, which means peace. We keep reading. And I would say in addition to this, that there's a physical difference between it. I think he repeated that. A physical difference between the white and black races, which I believe will forever forbid their two races living together, on terms of social and political equality. And that as much as they cannot so live while they do remain together, there must be the position of superior and inferior. And I, as much as any other man, am in favor of having the superior position assigned to the white race. I say upon this occasion, I do not perceive that because the white man is have the superior position, the Negro should be denied everything. And what is happening in movies? The black man always has to die. The black man always has to die, man. When they have a black man in it, he might get injured, he might die, or he might be the bad guy.
I think in this movie, Battleship.
Yeah.
Those aliens, I think the check he lived, but he had no legs.
Yeah, he had no legs. They always put us in the back burner, man.
Or it's like or if they're alive, it has to be some. Well, it's gonna be something abominable with the Jason movie. They have to be like homosexuals.
Yeah.
There's or some wickedness.
If they have blacks, they'll put the woman in there. She's the weaker vessel. And they'll put her with a white man.
There'll be no black. All the black men are just out of the earth. There's no black men out all of a sudden. They just totally got extinct. There's only black women.
And you see like Bible movies, the black the man like Joshua. If he's a Jake, they will have him have no beard, or they might have a white man with no beard. It says, all right. So now I typed in why did Abraham Lincoln free the slaves? This is what I got. It says many give a variety of reasons as to why the U.S. had a civil war other than slavery. However, when it is all said and done, all those reasons states' rights, failure to compromise, revolved around slavery one way or another. Lincoln's only goal in the Civil War was to preserve the Union. He himself wrote that if he could accomplish the goal of preserving the Union without freeing one slave, he would. However, he knew slavery had to be abolished because slavery was the reason of the Civil War occurred. And if he did not abolish slavery, the country would once again find itself in a civil war.
Wow.
That's sad, man. So the only reason why he freed us, freed some of the slaves, was for this war, so that he could win. So that tells you that we're stronger than them. Because why would he want us to go into war?
Wow. So they use us for their own benefit.
And guess what? That tells you we're the best people. We're better than any other nation. Because why did the Egyptians use us to make their pyramids? Why they couldn't use someone else? All right. Why did Esau have to put us in slavery? That tells you we were better than them. All right. The pyramids was made by black people, not white people or Egyptians.
Sometimes you see some movies that be like a rich chick.
Yeah.
And if the rich chick died, they'll be kind of sad. Some the crackers will be sad that the rich chick died. The only reason why you're sad is because that rich chick had money.
Yeah.
And you know they want to be a treasurer. So if he dies, they can't benefit from his money. So once again, it's for their own benefit. They even with their own kind, like I was saying earlier, they use their own kind for their own benefit. White men don't have love.
So I'm going to filter some scriptures for what I just read. Proverbs 12 verse 10. Proverbs 12 verse 10. I don't understand how two Derek Coons can love the white man. Y'all don't know about Willie Lynch? What Willie Lynch said in his letter?
He was making more ways to make us low. This is Proverbs 12 verse 10. The righteous man regarded the life of his beasts, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yes, so the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. See, he only freed us for his own benefit. All right. So the next precept for that line is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12:10.
Ecclesiastes 12 verse 10. Never trust an enemy. Like his iron rested, so is his wickedness.
So you can't trust your enemy, man. All right. You go in front of him. Oh yeah, like the movie Centurion. I think.
That was damn.
He chopped off the Jake's heel and left him with the wolves. But the white man got away. You can't trust your enemy.
Because you know what? The Jake was out. He was beating the cracker, man. He was on his heels. So he knew he couldn't beat the Jake. He knew he couldn't outrun the Jake. So I think he cut his leg so he couldn't walk no more. And the Jake got killed by the wolves.
And then he gonna lie and say he don't know what happened to the Jake. Alright, so I don't have that much for the article. It says on September 22, 1862, President Lincoln published the Emancipation Proclamation, which these two niggas they keep that as a holiday with the emancipation, but you're really not free. You still a slave mentally, but not physically in chains.
Michael, this is Michael 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It should destroy you even with the sword and sharp.
Yes, so this is not your rest. Alright? We can't, we're not in this world right now. We can't rest right now. This is not our resting place. We're not in the kingdom. If some of you got a nerve to say that we're in the kingdom, we're not in the kingdom. If we was in the king, why is there so much crimes going on? Alright, so it says, President Lincoln published the Emancipation Proclamation declaring that as of January 1st, 1863, all slaves would be set free in the 10 states of the Confederation, which were in rebellion against the United States. The slaves in the states that willingly or unwillingly were not part of the Confederacy, such as Kentucky, Maryland, or Delaware, were to remain in chains. And you wicked! If you really love black people, why did you leave some slaves in chains?
So
You should have freed the whole America if you was really for black people.
So the states with the states with the Civil War, he freed the niggas because of the Civil War. But the states that didn't have no Civil War, that the Civil War didn't affect yet,
Yeah.
he didn't free them.
So read on Proverbs 10 verse 7. So you didn't even free them. You just freed a couple of slaves to help you in the Civil War. And that was it.
Proverbs 10 verse 7. This the memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot.
That's right. So the next precept is, I'm going to keep reading. The hypocrisy of the Emancipation Proclamation was blatant. Blatant means clamorous, noisy, or loud. That even Lincoln's loyal Secretary of State, William Seward, sarcastically observed, "We show our sympathy with slavery by emancipating slaves where we cannot reach them and holding them in bondage, where we can set them free." Alright? It says, moreover, if according to the progressive version of history, abolition of slavery was the cause of the Civil War, why didn't Lincoln free the slaves right off the bat? Why did he wait for many months and do it only when the war took a bad turn for the Union? And more important, when the superpowers of the day, Great Britain and France, were about to recognize the Confederacy and come to its aid, viewed France were about to recognize the Confederacy and come to its aid, viewed realistically, abolishing of slavery was by any measure of stratagem. Stratagem means a plan, a scheme, or a trick. So that was just a plan he did in pursuit of purely pragmatic goal to win over British and French public opinion and scare away the Confederacy's potential allies, whose assistance might have had a crucial effect on the outcome of the war. It was brilliant and highly successful tactical move. And here is another confession of the great emancipator. I will also concede that emancipating would help us in Europe and convince them that we are incited by something more than ambition. Lincoln had every reason to fret over the European suspicions of his intentions.
So when things were going nasty for the crackers, they didn't want to free the Negroes. So what was getting really nasty, and they need a vent to. So when things were going really nasty, then we had to free the Negroes to help us.
So that's
No
it.
compassion.
That's it for the lesson. That was about Abraham Lincoln, and we hope you learned something new today. Oh, I'm sorry. I think brother got something.
Yeah, so I want to just prove that he was a Jewish rat. Abraham Lincoln was a Jew. Our 16th president had Jewish roots, discovered by Professor Elizabeth Hirschman of Rutgers University. She studied how he was actually Jewish. For beginners, February 12, 1809 was the date of his birth. Whose king came from the Shenandoah Valley of West Virginia. Abe really was brought to life in a log cabin along the base of the South Valley of the North Creek in what is now Hardenville, Kentucky. His grandpa's name was Mordecai. So his grandpa's name was Mordecai. And you know, a lot of them Jews have them Bible names because they think they go back to Israel. Mordecai, Benjamin, Judah. So it says his grandpa's name is Mordecai. Abe's forefather came from London, which go back to Jewish blood. So there was a lot of Jewish in London, and his grandparents had Jewish names. So he was Jewish. He was a Jewish rat.
So he thought he was a Jew. And y'all really Jews, why do you have to put the ish in it? Why you just don't put Jew? Alright? So that's it for the lesson. We hope you learned something new today. And that was about Abraham Lincoln, the devil. Alright? So, Shalom Yashrala.